Namaste. So I'm Kirsty and I'm with Hi, I'm Kirsty, down to earth yoga and massage. And we're doing our yoga session, Sunday evening yoga session, just to chill out, let the week pass. So the last one, if you done it, was a really chilled one. We just stayed on the floor. This one's going to be a wee bit more active. So if you've got a yoga mat, have one handy. If you don't have a yoga mat, just try and have something that's not too slippy for your feet. Take your socks off unless you've got like yoga socks off that have the little grips on them. So we're going to begin in seated. So namaste, welcome to class. And only do as much as you feel you can today. So if you feel that you need to just sit and watch or rest in child's pose, you do that instead. So anything that if you feel that something's too much, just miss it out or do maybe 40% of it. Try and see what you can master today. So ground into the earth. I'm using a little blanket for my sitting bone, so I've got that underneath. I'm just trying to roll the shoulders back a few times, so up to the ears and down. And as I do, I'm just going to try and like mentally try and shrug off everything. So just doing a little sort of rewind of your week. And as we do this, as we exhale, just go through each day just briefly, thinking about the things that have been happening, and then every day just let it go. We've made it to Sunday evening. Then we're just going to allow the hands to face the sky so we feel a little bit more open. And then we're going to start to join the thumb and the index finger to kiss and extend the other 3 fingers out. So these 2 fingers connecting create a little loop, the universe. And we're going to try to take our first asana as a meditation pose. So with the shoulders away from the ears, the heart shining forward, ground into the earth and growing tall to the sky. Tuck your chin slightly and close the eyes. Notice if the body's wanting to twitch, to move, to get away. Notice if the mind is full of racing thoughts. And just be as you are tonight. Come as you are. And doing a little scan of your body from the crown of the head down to the tips of your fingers, tips of the toes, just checking in. How are you tonight? And we begin to try and clear the chatter of the mind. And we try to focus on the third eye space, so just in between the eyebrows. With our eyes closed, maybe you'll see a colour, a light or an image. And then we're going to start our breath work. So yoga, remember we yuk, we join together the breath, the mind, the body with spirit. So you can either keep your hands here or you might want to bring them onto the belly, the middle fingers kissing over the top of the belly button. And then taking a big inhale, fingers separate, and then on the exhale, belly button draws back, fingers join together. So we inhale, exhale, inhale fully, exhale completely. And you can start to use these vibrations, the sounds of the ocean, so just partially closing the epiglottis at the back of the throat and making a snoring sound. You could also have your hand in front of your face and like you're steaming up a mirror. And then closing the lips, seeing if you can still get that sound. And I'm just going to seal our hands into our Namaste, but it's Namaskar Mudra, connecting the fingers, the thumbs, the palm of the hands together. And we're just going to set an intention for our practice today, for our class, maybe something that's going to help you for next week. So maybe your own little mantra. So it could just be I am, followed by a positive word. So bring in your little mantra now. I am happy, I am satisfied, I am positive. Anything at all that you think that will help you. And then drawing the thumbs to the third eye and inviting this little mantra into the mind. And then we're going to take a reach up to the sky. Start to hazy gaze, open the eyes slowly, looking up, and then you're going to take a twist to the right. So you're going to go all the way around to your right, and you're going to gaze over the shoulder if you can. So we're twisting from that middle section of the spine all the way around, squeeze in, wringing out, lengthen on the inhale, and one last little twist. And then inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, exhale round to the left. So you'll notice one side might be easier than the other. See if you can rotate as much as the body feels comfortable with. Anyone who's pregnant, has a hernia, had any belly issues, then you're not going to go too far, maybe go that 40% again. And then inhale, rise to the sky all the way. Exhale, just let the hands connect to the earth. Allow the head to be heavy. We're pushing the earth away, spreading the fingers. And then slowly going to roll over. I'm just going to come onto your hands and knees. You can, onto your heels pose, so you're on your knees. Heels are just pushing into the buttocks. Or if you want, you can separate them and sit onto the earth. You might need to use a block or a blanket for that. So in school you used to always be told not to sit in this posture when you were younger, but it's actually really good for you. So roll the shoulders back a few times again. So in hero's pose, we're just going to work a little bit into the neck. So you're just going to take your left hand and just draw the ear down towards the shoulder. Just walk this hand away. Just feeling how the muscles in the neck are. We tend to have stress and strain in our neck muscles, our shoulders. So giving ourselves a little bit of love, a little massage again. And then we're just going to remove the hand, and then we're going to look down to our imaginary left pocket. So stretching it a little more, don't worry about your double chin. Just holding here. And then start to rotate the head, so chin to chest, double chin again. And then slowly inviting the head back up, taking that left hand, right hand, I'm mirroring you, and drawing the ear down towards the shoulder, just walking left hand away. Enjoying that stretch in the neck and the shoulder. And then again, you're going to take the hand away and you're going to look down to that imaginary right top pocket. So getting a nice little move into the neck, a little tilt. And then chin to chest, double chin. Inhale, rising up to the sky, and then just do whatever feels nice for your neck, your shoulders. And then slowly going to take ourselves over onto all fours, into our hands and knees. So if you do have any issues with the knees, always pat them out. Especially if you've got like a wooden floor, it can feel quite sore on the knee caps into the patella muscle bones. So bringing yourself over, taking tabletop, spreading the fingers. Start to bring the middle finger to face the front, your spiral rotation of the arms, and rather than letting the shoulder blades sink, protract here, push the earth away, toenails to the earth. And we start to try and engage with that yoga breath again, belly breath, the inhale, the exhale. And we can think of our yoga lock. So you've got a pelvic lock. So we draw this in and up, not something I can show you, it's internally. So you want to stop any energy escaping from below. There is a pencil technique that you can do, but you'd have to Google that. So you're going to draw everything in and up. And then that lower belly is going to draw in and up also. So we start to get energy to fly to the crown of the head. And then we're going to round through the spine. So you're going to start to bring the belly down, bring the gaze up to the sky, stretching the eyeballs, and then chin to chest. So inhale, breath. Exhale. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. So continue a few of these with your own breath, trying to stretch your full spine, including the neck. And try to work on those locks, so the pelvic lock, the lower belly lock. Just take one more. And then once you come to that neutral spine, you're just going to sink the bum back towards the heels and stretch the arms out. Maybe the head touches the earth. If it doesn't easily and you have any neck issues, just hold it here, or you can lift your bum up and put a pillow underneath. So something nice into child's pose. So child's pose is Balasana. And we're going to do a travelling child's pose. So you're going to travel the hands over towards the left side. If you can, you take the right hand on top of the left, but if that's too intense, you're just going to stay there. Let the head fall through the gap. And then breathe in deeply into the right side body. So getting into the intercostals, really feeling that stretch perhaps at the lower back, all the way up the arms, the fingers. Just enjoying moving your body and breathing into the spaces. And then you're going to start your travel. So travel and over to the centre line, then over towards the right. And then let the head fall if that feels nice. And then really breathing into the left side body. Start to travel back to centre, and then you're going to slowly start to rise your way up. So I would recommend taking the blanket away if you've got one. We're going to start to come up to we're going to go up to mountain pose in a second, into Tadasana, but we have to start by rising up through downward dog. So you're going to tuck the toes underneath to give the fascia of the feet another little stretch again. Still pretty cold here in West Lothian. And then we're going to gaze to the belly. If your neck hurts doing that, then don't gaze too much. So really go by your neck if you've had any whiplash or injuries. And then you're just going to keep the toes tucked and just hover a little. So as soon as you do that, your belly muscles start to fire up, the thigh muscles start to work. You might get a little bit of red face. I'm going to hold here. And then keep the locks on, pelvic lock, lower belly. Slowly rise. There's no rush to get to downward dog. And then once we're here, we can just check our hands by looking through. Look back, check our feet to see if they're about hip distance. Some yoga teachers like them to be together, but it's entirely up to you. And then just a little walk in the dog, side to side, getting into the hips. Pushing the earth away. And then you're going to rise really high to the toes, exhale the heels down. Inhale, rise, exhale, down. And then with softness in the knees, just walk your way to the front of your mat or the middle of the mat and just let the body hang. Just enjoy
letting any issues or worries just come off the shoulders. Letting everything go, releasing. And then we're going to take a little halfway lift. So hands coming onto the shins, flat back, gazing towards the nose tip. And then exhale, you're going to bring the hands flat to the floor. So just anywhere that's good for you. You're going to gaze down between the legs. And just noticing how the hamstrings, the backs of the legs are feeling. So we're just going to do a little bit of tapping to release any stagnant energy. So it might feel a little bit weird. So we're just going to tap the outside of the legs, down the bum, down the back of the legs. Going to go to the inside of the legs, back down the inside, outside again. Your bum, your thighs, the calves, and then inside. Nice. And then come back down. Let the arms hang, just release, and then take a halfway lift again. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, we're going to rise up. So rise it up, drawing the belly. Rise it up, hands up to prayer. And then exhale at the heart centre. Samasthiti. So normally you would stand about 2 to 3 inches at the top of your mat, or if you're really short ass, like myself, you might not need to go so far. If you're really tall, get right to the end or get an extended yoga mat. So we're going to come into a nice easy sun salutation. So sun salutations, if you are like an Ashtanga practitioner, they're really strong and smooth. They're done in like 9 to 10 breaths. But we're going to just really slow it down so everyone can do it. Okay, so we're going to stand in mountain pose Tadasana. If you feel a little bit off balance, then you're going to open the feet. Otherwise, trying to get the big toes to kiss and have a little gap in between the heels. Spread the toes, shoulders back and down. Just closing the eyes for a second, seeing if you can lift the thighs. See if that lower belly lock can come on, that Mula Bandha, the pelvic one. Using that breath. So inhale, belly comes out like Buddha. Exhale, it draws back again. So you're going to inhale, reach the arms high to the sky, gaze the thumbs. Exhale, you're going to bow down to the earth. You're going to look to the knees. Inhale, you're going to take a halfway lift. So here or here. And then we're just going to step the right leg back to lunge position, knee down, and we're going to look forward. So stretching the neck. If your neck's sore, don't look too far up. And then we're going to take plank or half plank. So you're going to hold here, you're going to lift this leg back, reposition yourself, heels back, strong core, pushing the earth away. And as we're doing it for everyone, we're just going to drop the knees down. So we're going to do Ashtanga Namaskar, so 8-point pose. So 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. And then chest and chin is 8. So you're going to, elbows are going to come in tight. Chest and chin, kiss the earth, hold in here. And then you're going to slide to your belly. So rather than take cobra, I'm going to take Sphinx pose. So elbows just in front of the shoulders. Open the heart, looking up to the sky or towards the nose tip. And then you're going to push back. So hands going to push you up. We're going to take a quick child's pose. And then you're going to rise up to downward dog. Back to that inverted V shape. If you feel dizzy here, just taking tabletop instead. So you're going to gaze the belly, knees or the big toe. And then we're going to look to the front and we want our right foot to go back there. So if that's going to be impossible, just going to drop the left knee and help it through. Then again, looking up to the sky or a little bit ahead if the neck hurts. And then we're going to do a little hop to the front. It's going to lift the back knee, a little step forward, halfway lift, and then exhale, hands to the earth, gaze to the knees. Inhale, we're going to rise up to the sky, and we're going to continue. So exhale, folding forward, hands to the earth, gaze to the knees, halfway lift. Hands come down, left leg back, knee down. We'll look up to the sky again, stretching the neck muscles. And then we're going to take plank. So hands are going to come down. I'm going to step this foot back, spread the fingers, bum tight, hold here. We're going to take Ashtanga Namaskar, 6 points. Elbows tuck back and point back. Chest and chin, 8 points. Slide to the belly. This time maybe taking a low cobra, so legs extend out, hands nice and tight by the side of the body. Start to toenails to the earth, lift your knees. Inhale, lift. And then push back, exhale, child's pose. And then pushing up to downward facing dog. So thinking about that lock again, pelvic lock, draw energy up. Lower belly lock, whilst using this yoga breath. So a lot going on, a lot to think about. You're going to look to the front. You need that left foot to get there. So you're either going to step it or you're going to drop the right knee and lift it through. Then you're going to drop the right knee, look up to the sky. And then we're going to do that little hop forward, so lift and hop forward, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, rise. Exhale to seal. Samasthiti is equal pose, mountain pose, Tadasana. So we're going to add on from here just to get a little bit more into the body. So feet together or apart. If you're going for apart, keep the feet facing forward, not turned out or in. You're going to reach the arms to the sky. Shoulders are going to come back. You're going to gaze to the space between the hands and you're going to sit into an imaginary chair, not a stair. So into this chair, so not a bar stool. You're going to try and find a chair. You're going to check your toes, see if you can see them. And then you're going to hold here, drawing in that lower belly. Breathe and fully. Taking a big inhale. Exhale, you're going to flush it out, hands to the earth, looking towards the knees. Inhale, taking a halfway lift. Again, right leg's going to sit back, knee down. This time, release the toe. Rise up in the inhale. And we're going to sink a little bit deeper into the groin, into the hip here, holding. Inhale, lengthen, look to the sky. Exhale, twisting round towards that left knee. So trying to see the toe behind. Trying to work on the balance. So this middle section is where we twist from. So hold in here. We're going to be working a lot with this side. Well, not this side, the actual middle section. So see how it feels. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands are going to come down. So you're either going to tuck the toe and lift that leg, take it to plank and hold, or you go to half plank. Take an inhale and then exhale, slowly come down so you can do your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, coming down. Take a big inhale, rise up. Any back bend of your choice. Exhale, pull back. And then push back up to the sky, downward facing dog. So this time, right leg's going to go back up to the sky, extend the dog, Uthita, extension. We're going to go knee to nose, rise it up. We're going to use the energy in the belly to step it through. Or remember, drop that back knee. Release the toe again. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Take the hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the hands away. Sink deep, deep, deep. Open hearts. Then inhale, arms up. Hands frame that foot. You're going to do that little hop to the front. So tuck the back toe. Hop to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, rise. Exhale, seal at the heart space. So we're going to do the same on the left side now. So mountain pose. We're going to take chair pose. Arms rise up. So make sure that you're happy there. Then sit into that imaginary chair. Check your toes. Then find your gaze, your drishti. Use yoga breath. Take a big inhale. Flush it out on the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left leg back, knee down, relax the toes, rise up on the inhale. Exhale, sinking deep into the hip. Then start to take your twist round towards that right leg, looking towards the back toe. Hold here and squeeze at that middle spine. And then inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toe left. We're going to take it back to plank. So Kumbha Asana. We're going to hold here nice and strong. So push the mat away. You might be able to come forward a little. Bend the elbows and slowly come down. Come down to the belly. Release the feet to the earth. Inhale, maybe you take a high cobra. Looking towards the nose. Exhale, you're going to pull back through child's pose, then back to downward facing dog. Find your drishti, so belly button, knees or big toe. Push the mat away. Right leg to the sky, extension. Knee to nose. Curl in, rise up, look to the front. Step the foot through, drop the back knee, relax the toe, rise up in the inhale, sink deep in the exhale. Arms behind, squeeze the shoulders, heart open, lift the arms away. And then inhale, rise arms up. Exhale, hands come down, lift the back knee up, a little hop to the front. Halfway lift, exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the heart. Back in mountain pose, Tadasana. So we're going to add on again. We're just getting a little bit warmer. Adding on more postures, and then we start to cool it down to the earth. So going back to chair again. For this one, if you can, have your feet together, because we're going to revolve the chair, twisted chair. So arms rise up. Sink into chair, hold here, breathe in. Hands go to the heart centre. We're going to see if we can bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Then try and watch if that left knee was jutting forward. Try and squeeze it to the right knee. I'm going to try and rotate to look over to the right side. If you can, you're going to try to see if you can lift that left to the left toes, or maybe see if you can lift towards the bum. Tricky to do, so you're working on your own level. Make sure you've got a good mat, sturdy mat. And then you're going to come back to chair. So rotate round, arms up, check your toes. Exhale, flush it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Taking it to plank again. So step into plank this time, hold in here. Inhale, exhale, slowly down. Release your feet. Inhale, rise. Heart open. See if you can push to downward dog. And then from downward facing dog, you're going to bring the right leg to the sky. Then you're going to come into split dog. So you're going to keep your foot where it is, keep the hands where they are, just lift the knee high, and then see if the foot can go towards the opposite bum cheek. Hold in here. We're then going to see if we can bring the right knee to the left elbow. So across the body, rise it up. You're going to step the foot through. You're either going to stay here or you're going to drop the back knee. You're going to keep the left hand on the earth, keep a bend in that right knee, rotate, twist, and look up towards the thumb. Hold and breathe in. You're going to look down, you're going to bring the hand down, we're going to take that little hop to the front, so a little step to the front, halfway lift, exhale, hands flat to the earth, inhale, rise, exhale to seal, back to our mountain pose again, and then you're going to have that chair, so feet together if you can to get the rotation, so you're going to bring your hands up, then to the heart, sink into chair, right elbow going to come to the outside of that left knee. Really push the left foot to connect to the earth, rotate, maybe you can come to the right toes, or maybe start to lift the leg, even just for one breath. twisting, rotating. And then rotate to step our arms up into chair, flush it out on the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, and step to plank. Hold and plank, push the earth away or half plank. Inhale. Exhale slowly down. Inhale to rise, toes release. Exhale to down dog. So we're going to start with the left leg to the sky, all the way up, keeping this position. Then just open the hip, so bend the knee, open the hip, kick over towards the right bum cheek. And then we're going to bring the knee to the opposite elbow, to the right elbow. Rise it up, draw it through to the hands. Stay on the ball of that back foot or drop the knee down. Keep your right hand to the earth. You're going to rotate to the left, look up to the thumb. And then you're going to start to look down. Bring the hand down. We're going to take that little hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Standing back in mountain pose, Tadasana. Trying to get that nice breath flowing, the belly coming out on the inhale, back on the exhale. So we're going to try another little twist and we're going to come into revolve triangle. So from your mat, you're just going to keep your right foot where it is. And you're going to step your left foot back slightly. So it's not, move about 4 of your 1 feet, I would say. And you want to rotate your hips to the small of your mat. So this is the way that helps me to come into it. There's loads going on with revolve triangle, so it's a really hard posture. You want to have straight legs, strong legs. Rotate. You're going to bring your right hand to your lower back. This is just to encourage it. Some people say the hip. I like the lower back. Just so you can imagine like balancing something on it. And then we're going to lift the left hand. So eventually this left little pinky would be on the floor next to the right pinky toe. So you can see it's got quite far to travel. You've got a lot of rotation to do in the spine, but we're just going to go slow today unless you're advanced and want to go further. So inhale, left hand to the sky. So you're going to reach forward further than you think you can, well drawn in that lower belly. Then you're going to take the hand to the outside of the right leg. So some of you might be able to slide it down, some might get it to the earth. Go to where you feel comfortable. You need to have both legs straight. Then you're going to start to rotate from the lower strips to look to the right. So this is when you'll start to wobble. You're going to stay here unless you feel balanced and you can get that arm up to the sky, the thumb towards the front of the mat. A lot of students don't know where to put the hand. You're going to try and reach up, but if it's too much, keep it here and just work on the revolve. And then you're going to look down. Inhale, slide up carefully. We're going to just rotate the legs open. You're going to make them nice and wide. So just in between both sides, just relieve in and roll the shoulders back. You're going to bring your hands onto your hips. Toes are going to turn in. We're going to come into Prasarita, Padottanasana. So our wide leg forward fold, so lengthen. And then exhale, you're going to come forward slowly. So try and keep a flat back. Try to draw this lower belly in. Slowly coming down to your maximum. So you make it not too far. Keep the legs strong. Bring the hands down. Keep the shoulders, elbows, wrists in the same line. So you might be here. You might be here. You might be here. So eventually trying to get them in line with the feet. Or if you're really flexible, you might be able to get the hands behind the feet. So spreading the fingers, and then you're aiming to get the head down, so it's like a sort of triangle shape. So slowly, slowly tilting yourself forward, keeping the legs straight. Breathing all the time, yoga breath. And then we're going to take a little halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the hips, and then inhale, rise up. So walk the feet in a little, just bring the hands to the heart. Now I always like to just let the blood flow down. So my blood pressure is normally a wee bit low, and often you can feel a little bit dizzy, so just let it pass. And then you're going to just rotate that right foot back, step back to the front of your mat, and then we're going to come into the left side. So I'm going to turn around just so you can see when we come into the forward fold. So you're going to root your left foot to the earth, right foot's going to step back about 4 of your own feet, rotate your right hip to the front of your mat, take your left hand, place it to the lower back. So remember, your aim is to get this right pinky down by the pinky of that left toe. So straight, strong legs. So that's the aim. You don't have to get there. And reaching up, you're going to go forward first. So extend, extend, extend. Then see if you can bring the hand to the outside of that left leg. So I'm shaking, don't know if you guys are. You start to rotate. So you might again get to the ground. You might just hold the leg like I do. The outside of the leg, you're going to rotate from the lowest ribs. Rotate, rotate, padarita. And then if you can, reach the arm up to the sky. So remember, people get confused. Thumb towards the front of the mat. Start to look down, protect your neck. Inhale, slide your way up, softness in the knee, rotate. So we've got wide legs. Open your legs nice and wide again. We're going to come into our elephant twist. So when we come forward, we're going to have a little rotation to continue working this spine. But this one I feel maybe a little bit nicer. So hands onto the hips. Lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Check your toes are turned in. Notice maybe that straight away your head comes closer to the earth. Then take your right hand, like roughly where your head would be. And then you're going to sweep this elephant trunk, I was going to say tail, elephant nose up to the sky. Pull your hips back, keep your thighs strong. See if you can rotate. And then you're going to see if you can wrap it around, getting a little bit more into that twist. Finding a focus point. And reach the arm up to the sky. Draw it down to the earth. Changing the hand position, sinking down for a breath. And then reaching the arm up to the sky, pulling the hips back. Finding a focus here. Maybe wrap the arm around the back. Open the chest. And then reach up to the sky. Exhale, hand down. Just sink it down for a couple of breaths. Enjoy it. And then hold opposite elbow. You can have a little sway. Just relax the spine after all the twists. And then take a little halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, rise your way up. Again, just walk the feet in slightly. Hands at the heart. Just release and let go. Let the blood flow back down. So we're going to come into balance. So walking the feet back together, either at the front of your mat or the side of your mat, just as long as you can sort of see what you're doing. So you're going to roll the shoulders back. Also, you can come off your yoga mat if you want and come onto like a harder surface. Or if you know that your balance is off today, come near a wall as well. So you've got all these different options to try. So you're going to, hopefully you can see, you're going to stand nice and tall. And here, actually. And move the mat out of the way. So we're going to balance on our right foot to begin with. So we're going to try to clasp the foot with all our fingers and thumbs. So the main thing is, this is mountain pose. You want the standing leg to be like this. You don't want it to be bent. That's the goal. You don't have to come to the full aim to get the leg extended. So you're going to start to have this thigh nice and strong. If you've no issues with the right knee, you can lock it. If you're hyper flexible, then have a little bend in it. You're going to start to draw the left leg up, so you can use Uddiyana Bandha here. Then you're going to hug it into that lower belly to help you. Just going to rotate the ankle, just release it a little, both ways. And then we're going to see if we can make the catch. So you need to find a focus point. So you're going to try and get all 10 fingers and 10 toes underneath. So again, the standing leg has to be locked. So if you need to go back to that first expression, you stay there. If you feel comfortable, then extend the leg out. So I'm shaky, so I can go back to the first expression if I want. If you are really steady, head towards the leg. So wherever you are, or use the wall to help you. So standing leg strong. Then slowly come out, and then shake off any of the lactic acid to release. Then we'll do the same on the opposite side. So good idea to have a wall handy for you just in case. So standing leg and the left leg strong, solid. Just make sure your breath is there so you aren't holding. You're going to start to draw in the right leg. Hug it in. Little rotation with the ankle again. So start to find a focus point in your room. Hold here. And then see if you can walk down and catch the foot. So all 10 fingers, so well, 8 fingers, 2 thumbs. Hold here. So this could be your pose. If the standing leg is strong and locked, extend this leg out. Maybe bring the elbows down and chin towards the straight leg. So you might be shaking, you might be wobbling, you might hold the wall, you might go back to that first expression. And then slowly coming out, uncurl, release, bring the hands to the lower back. And then just push forward, just releasing any tension. And then we're going to come down to the earth. So we're going to come down through yogic squat. So if you've got your yoga mat there, to measure it, big toes kiss the mat, heels in. If you want to come that way. If you find it's really hard to come into yogic squat, make it a wee bit wider. If you know you need a pillow at the bum, take that. So hands at the heart, and just closing the eyes. Starting to regulate the breath from the balance. It might seem or look like a simple pose, but you probably noticed that the heart rate started to go up if you were doing it. So really just pause, let it go. Let all the standing postures go. So we're going to start to squat down now, and the legs, the knees are going to go out the way. So you're going to start to come down, down, down. So not everyone can remember come down to this pose. So if that's you, work with it. So you could be here, just moving into the knees, into the hips. Some people can sit for days like this. So just see what you've got today. So hands at the heart, push the knees open, thumb towards the sternum, and just maybe closing the eyes. Try and unscrew the toes if they're clutching the yoga mat. And just enjoy being here now. So we've made it to our mats. We're working on our yoga, our union, our mind, our body and our breath. And the asanas, the postures, are only the tiny little part of the yoga. So then we take our yoga off the mat after class. We be kind to others, ourselves. We practice honesty, non-stealing, self-study, all these different things. So we're going to start to come down to the mat now, if you're not there already. So I always sort of try to use the additional sort of daily living things. Try not to use your hands, and you can do this when you try and get off the sofa as well. Just so that you're trying to work on this core a little bit more. So we're going to come into a little twist again. So we're going to come into half Lord of the Fishes. So we're going to extend the leg out in front, and you're just going to remove the flesh from the buttocks.
So I'm going to mirror you guys again. So I'm going to do the opposite leg. So I will probably get mixed up. So hopefully you guys will get it right. So you're going to take your right leg and you're going to bring the foot towards the groin. So as close as you can get. So this might be you today, or this might be your posture. So see how it feels first. If it feels okay here, then see if you can scoop it over that left leg. So it's just right against it. And then I want you to lean towards the left and scoop that left leg round. So if you're still leaning to the side, you need to try to sit upright. So try to get the sitting bones. If it doesn't, scoop the leg back again and go back to where you were comfortable before. So you're going to lengthen from the crown of the head all the way up. And with your right hand, you're going to be placing this at the base of the spine on the floor or a yoga prop. So you're going to start to walk and twist. So you're going to use that arm. The left hand's going to hold the thigh. The right hand's going to come to the earth. And you're going to twist and look over the shoulder. Squeezing everything here. Holding. Breathing. Just being here. And then slowly coming back to centre, taking that right elbow to the inside of the right knee and just opening. And coming back to centre, slowly releasing the top right leg. And then the left leg comes up, just a little windscreen wiper. Extend the right leg, bring the left leg in close. So it could just be here, or if you can, scoop it over so it's holding quite close towards that right leg. Then lean into the right, scoop the leg back so it's very close towards the bum, the hips. And then see if you can sit up. If you can't, if you're falling too far over, then go back a step. There's no worries about doing that. So we're then going to be trying to go towards the left. So you're going to start to walk. You're going to use the help of that right arm to hug that leg. And you're going to place the other hand to the earth. You're going to start to look over the shoulder. Staying here, finding that yoga breath. And slowly coming back to centre. Bringing that left elbow to the inside of the leg and just opening to release. Slowly coming back to centre, releasing this top leg, just giving that little windscreen wiper to ease it off. So I'm going to extend the legs out, so I'm going to go face this way just to do it. So we're going to one last little twist, so removing the flesh again, lengthening from the crown of the head, starting to slide your way down into Paschimottanasana. So you're going to hold the feet if you can. If you can't get there, hold the legs, hold the mat. So you're not gazing to the belly button, you're gazing towards the toes. And slide back up, and you're just going to bend the right leg so the foot's flat on the floor. You're going to take your right hand, you're going to see if you can catch the outside of that left foot or the left leg, or you could use a strap, and you're going to see if you can just lift it off the earth and hold it here. So you might have a bent knee if the hamstrings are tight. You're then going to see if you can take chin with the fingers, and you're going to rotate and look over the shoulder, holding here. You might want to start to see if you can walk this foot down, straighten the leg. You guys might be able to lift a little if your core's good. So hold in here. And coming back to centre. Just bending this leg now, keeping it glued to the earth. And then start to bring left hand over to catch the right foot. So again, it might feel tighter. Use your hand to support you to start with to lift.
And then see if you can chin middle finger, stretch back. Maybe you walk this leg down. Maybe you see if you can lift it off the earth. Hover it in, hold in, and then rotate back. Bring this foot down, bring the legs to a little windscreen wiper. And then we're going to bring our hands to face our buttocks, our feet flat to the floor. Rotate the shoulders back, heart forward. Just going to lift into reverse tabletop. So lifting up, looking towards the belly. If you've no blood pressure issues, low blood pressure or nausea, look to the sky, or if it feels okay, look back. But if that's horrible, just stay looking at the belly. Big toes lock into the earth. Slowly, slowly coming down. And just giving yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. So we're going to grab a blanket, or if you've got a yoga bolster, you can have one, or a couple of pillows. And we're going to just come into, or if you've got a wall, you can put your legs against the wall. So you're going to get a blanket and roll it up to make like a bolster shape. And we're just going to bring this to the lower back. And you're going to tuck the chin. And then you can use your hands just to help you down. So it's at the lower back. You can bring the feet flat to the floor. Just hold in here for a couple of breaths. Just getting used to the bolster or the blanket. And then if it feels okay, one knee in, then the other. Tuck the chin. Bring your arms to a little cactus arm if it feels good, and then extend the legs up to the sky. So hold in here, just letting that blood flow down from the toes, down your legs, your knees, thighs. Still your yoga breath. Almost done, but for now continue with this yoga breathing. I'm just going to stay for another moment if it feels good. If it doesn't, you can bend your knees, you can hold into them. If you haven't already, just start to move the arms overhead, down towards the earth, near the bum and thighs. Bend your knees, see if you can catch on to the outside or the inside of the thighs. Keep the chin tucked and stay here into Ananda Balasana. Happy baby, bliss baby. So I like the outside. Some people like the inside. I feel the outside just helps to rotate the feet, just to get them to face the sky a little more. And eventually some people can get their knees down to the earth. And then you're just going to draw the knees together. You're going to bring your feet flat to the floor, push the feet there, then just remove the prop out the way, let the spine come down. A little windscreen wiper with the feet to ease the back, and then maybe a little windscreen wiper or a little mixing bowl just to ease that lower back. So you're going to come into Shavasana now. So that is your corpse pose. So you're on your yoga mat. You can either just go straight down or grab your blankets or your pillows. And you want your feet to be as wide as your mat. Let the little pinky toe relax. And you can roll the shoulders back. Let the arms fall to the side. So do any last little movements if you need to take out your hairband, your glasses, if you need to Fidget with your clothes to make sure you're comfortable. If you need a little pillow for your head. But you want the chin to be tucked slightly. So you have that double chin again. And I want you to take 2 breaths and then the exhale through an open mouth. So inhale. And then the body starts to rest. It becomes heavy and grounded. You relax the toes, the soles of the feet, the front of the feet. Let the ankles soften. Relax the shins, the calves. Let your knees fall open. Relax the thighs. Soften the hips. Take away any tension in the buttocks. Relax the lower back, middle back, upper back. Shoulder blades back and down, kissing the earth. Belly and chest relax now with the natural breath as the arms lie heavy, heavy, heavy. Relax the upper arm, the elbows, the lower arm, the wrists. Let the hands face the sky if you can, with the natural curve in the fingers and thumbs. Maybe feeling that tingling sensation, the energy you have created. Let your neck be long. Let your chin tuck. Soften the jaw. Relax the lips, teeth, tongue, gums. Relax your nose. Let your eyes drop back heavy. Let any last little thoughts disperse from the brow. Let all the facial muscles melt to the earth. And we're just going to rest here in Shavasana for a couple of moments, and then I will get you to rise. If you need to rest longer, you stay there. So find your peace. Slowly just starting to come back to your body. Keeping the eyes closed. Start to allow a little bit of movement into the fingers, the toes, the wrists and the ankles. Moving the head side to side. Maybe you take a big stretch, reaching the arms up, extending them behind you, walking the legs a wee bit closer together. With a little hint of a smile on your face, just giving yourself a little hug, a little squeeze, still keeping the eyes closed. And then you're just going to roll over to either side. If you have got low blood pressure, left side's better. And then bringing the top hand to the earth, slowly rising up, trying to keep the eyes closed if possible. We're just going to take, like we did at the beginning. So you're going to roll the shoulders back, you're going to bring your hands to your knees, thumb and index finger connecting again, roll the shoulders back. Just going to end with that Om again, just to unify, to join, to bring in. This is what yoga's all about, to unify, to unite.
So this Om well, the vibrations, the sounds, feel free to join in, as I said last week. So inhale fully. As we let the vibration settle, we start to join our hands back at our heart space and just sending some love, some gratitude to our bodies, thanking them for showing up on our yoga mats this evening, for letting us do the asanas, the postures, and for making peace with how far we got to with each one. Knowing it is a practice, so not getting worried if there's things that you cannot do. And then bringing our thumbs to our lips, being grateful for our breath, and trying to take our yoga off the mat and speak kind words wherever we go. And then bringing the thumbs to the third eye, being grateful for our minds. And we try to think before we speak, thinking kind thoughts, asking, is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it true? And then taking a deep inhale, bringing in your little mantra that you set at the start. Exhale, letting go of all that does not serve you. And slowly just allowing the hands to float back to the heart space as you bow down. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Thank you guys again if you made it to the end of practice. If you didn't and just wanted to watch or observe today or just rest in Shavasana or meditation, that's okay as well. So if you do wish to practice more with me, I do have the 5 Zoom classes a week. Or I can do private group classes if you have like a little group of friends that you want to do one at your own special time together. Might be a way just to meet up, see your face in a little box in Zoom. If you do have any questions, please get in touch. Trish Panda will put all the details up at the end. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Great way to end the week.